All right, welcome. Today, we are diving headfirst into the science of sport. We've pulled together some of the best notes out there to give you a super fast crash course. Ready? Let's get into it.
I mean, really think about it. You turn on the TV, you see the massive crowds, the perfect fields, the athletes ready to go. It all just kind of happens, right? Well, behind that curtain, it is an absolute masterpiece of planning.
And that masterpiece? It's brought to life by a literal army of organizers. We're talking long before the first game even starts. This unseen army is working around the clock, mapping out every single tiny detail.
And this gives you just a little taste of how insanely complex it is. This is not a one-person job. It's a huge, sprawling network of specialized committees. I mean, just follow the lines here. The reception committee has to be in perfect sync with transportation. The food committee has to coordinate with health and safety. Every single piece, from the press box to the first aid tent, has its own dedicated team making it happen.
Let's break it down. Every little thing you see at an event has a team behind it. You've got the press committee, making sure everyone knows the event is even happening. The equipment guys, making sure every ball is pumped and every net is perfect. Transportation, getting thousands of people from A to B. Health and safety, prep for anything. And of course the finance committee, making sure the whole massive operation doesn't go broke. It's a logistical puzzle on an epic scale.
So, all that planning sets the stage. But the real magic? That happens with the athletes. And you know, at its very core, every single incredible thing they do, every jump, every throw, every sprint, is basically a dance with the laws of physics. Okay, first up, Newton's first law, the law of inertia. Sounds complicated, but the idea is actually incredibly simple. Things, well, they like to keep doing whatever it is they're already doing. And here it is in action. A football sitting on the field isn't going to magically roll into the goal. It's going to stay right there, at rest, until some outside force, like a player's foot, comes along and changes things. That simple idea is the starting point for basically every single play in sports. Next up, the law of acceleration. Now this one is all about the relationship between how much force you use, the mass of the object, and how quickly that object speeds up.
This is why your form and technique matters so much. You want more acceleration. You got to generate more force. A little tap on a cricket ball isn't going to do much, but a powerful, perfectly timed swing, that applies a massive amount of force, which creates that explosive acceleration that sends the ball flying.
And last but not least, the law of action and reaction. For every single action, there's a reaction that's equal and in the opposite direction. When a swimmer pulls the water backward with their arms, the water actually pushes the swimmer forward. It's this beautiful, perfect symmetry in motion.
But see, an athlete's performance isn't just a physics equation. There's biology involved too. Take something as simple as speed. What does that even mean? As you can see here, it's actually a cocktail of different abilities. It's that lightning-fast reaction time off the starting line, the raw power to accelerate, and then the endurance to hold that top speed. The pros don't just train to be fast, they train each one of these things.
So how in the world do they train their bodies to pull off these incredible feats? It really comes down to two big things: putting the right fuel in the tank and doing the right maintenance.
You've got to think of an athlete's body as a high-performance engine. It needs premium fuel. Carbohydrates are your main energy source. That's the gas. Proteins are like the pit crew, essential for repairing and rebuilding muscle after a hard workout. And yep, even fats are absolutely crucial. They help with things like hormone production and keeping the body warm.
And maintenance is every bit as important as the fuel. This is where something ancient like yoga can be a secret weapon for a modern athlete. This chart here breaks down some of the poses, or asanas, and their benefits. Tadasana, for example, improves your posture, which is huge for balance. Bhujangasana can help keep back pain away. And check this out. Halasana, the plow pose, is noted for improving not just flexibility, but even memory. It's a great reminder that peak performance is about total wellness, not just brute force.
But okay, even if you have a perfectly planned event, a total mastery of physics, and a body that's a finely tuned machine, there is one more arena where every single competition is won or lost, and that's the one between your ears.
So what is it that drives an athlete? Well, it really boils down to two types of motivation. You've got intrinsic motivation. That's the fire that comes from inside. You do it for the love of the game, for that feeling of satisfaction. Then you have extrinsic motivation. That comes from the outside. You're chasing a trophy, prize money, the roar of the crowd. Both can work, for sure, but that internal, intrinsic drive, that's what fuels real, long-term passion.
And at the end of the day, motivation is just everything. It's the engine. It's what gets an athlete through those brutal training days and what pushes them over the finish line. It's what turns a vague goal into a real, tangible thing.
And you know, that drive, that incredible spirit of competition, it's not just for a handful of elite athletes. The real beauty of sport is its power to be a universal language, something that's open to everybody.
And organizations like the Special Olympics and the Paralympics are the ultimate champions of this idea. Their entire mission is to create opportunities to build a stage where athletes with intellectual and physical disabilities can train, compete, and show the world what they can do.
This slide really says it all. It captures the incredible diversity of this movement. The Paralympics isn't just one single event. It has distinct categories for athletes across a huge range of disabilities, from amputees and those with spinal cord injuries to athletes with visual impairments. This whole system makes sure the competition is fair, that it's meaningful, and that it's a true celebration of the human spirit's power to adapt and overcome.
Which kind of brings us to our last thought here. After we've looked at everything from logistics and physics to nutrition and pure heart, it really makes you wonder, what's the real victory? Is it the gold medal that hang around your neck? Or is it found in the sheer bravery it takes to just step into the arena and give it absolutely everything you've got? Something to think about.